Hey, Aaron.
Hey, Scott.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. So, what do we have to look forward to on this super exciting special edition of Talking Beards, the podcast?
On this exciting episode of Talking Beards, we are going to be in England once again for a very special episode of Talking Beards, England edition.
Oh, and I hear that we have a super awesome guest, Lee BMG from the Beard Club. This is
never
great.
Heard of him.
No, I know. We never heard of him either, but he's here and he's our special guest this week, and we talk about a whole bunch of different really cool beard stuff. You know, we talk about driving backwards over in England and how we keep almost getting into accidents and stuff because we're on the wrong side of the road, apparently.
I know, it doesn't make any sense. Why would you choose to be on the wrong side of the road?
Yeah.
Stay tuned and find out.
Yeah, so make sure you stick around and listen to the Talking Beards, the podcast. And, yeah, so when should we go listen to it, Aaron?
I guess you should probably just stick around and listen to it right now.
Welcome to the Talking Beards podcast, an entertainment news show all about the world of facial hair. You can catch the show live every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern by going to talkingbeards.com. While you're at the website, you can check out all the other cool things that we do. We cover the latest news going on in the beard and mustache world, from competitions, contests, fundraisers, and all the charity work. We also have special guests each week talking about what they're doing to make a difference in the facial hair world. We also do trivia each week with really great prizes, compliments of Honest Amish. So make sure you tune in every Tuesday night, 8 p.m. at talkingbeards.com. Now let's get on with the show.
Live from Rugby, England, is from Beard Club fame and world famous Englander, Lee BMG.
Hello, chaps.
We're having a spot of tea.
Oh, dearie me. Hello.
Hello. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm very good. I'm very good, but the line is really, really bad.
Yeah, you were perfectly fine earlier. Not now.
Okay, Lee, why don't you pop out and then come back? Lee, pop out and then come back in. We'll see if we can get this a little bit better.
Yeah. I did do that just a second ago. I'll pop off and then I'll pop back on again.
Righteous.
Okay, see you in a sec.
Okay,
bye.
Jeez, all these technical difficulties we've been having in England since we've been over here. Too bad we weren't at our own home studios because everything would have been working perfectly. But, you know, you might be asking, like, well, if we're all over in England together, why weren't we just, like hanging out at the same place? Social distancing.
Yeah, social distancing, obviously. I mean, you can't be in the same place. You know, then you'll go to England jail and... nobody wants to go to England jail. Everybody knows that. You'll just get a bunch of fish and chips, and it's just not a good time.
They give you tea. They give you tea and stale strumpets.
That's right. You get no coffee, so you'll never wake up. You're only going to drink tea. So let's try this again. Hopefully, a little bit better connection. Lee BMG.
Hello, chaps. How are you? What's out?
How's
Yeah, you're only just up the road. How come the connection is so bad?
solar power?
Mm-hmm.
Could be the only thing, sir.
Yeah. Maybe it's just too much beard for the internet.
That's what I'm thinking. Too much beard for the internet, Bilf.
Look at that.
It's just
Look at that.
too much beard. Look at that. Filth.
They're fun.
Wonderful stuff. Wonderful stuff. So how are you anyway? How are you enjoying our culture?
So far, so good. I mean, we're still trying to get used to the time change, and the air is a little different, and we keep almost getting in car accidents because every time we're driving down the road, we're on the wrong side, and then Aaron's like smacking me, but I think I'm driving, but I'm in the passenger seat, and he's in the driver's seat, and it's all super confusing.
Yeah, you all drive on the wrong side of the road over here, and it's completely messing us up.
And every time we order fish and chips, it's like works.
I mean,
Go ahead.
Yeah, we're kind of used to it. Are you enjoying the tea?
Yes.
No.
He's enjoying the strumpets.
How about the scones?
Oh,
How about the scones?
look at that, see? He's got biscuit. That's what they call it, right? A box of biscuits, a mixed box of biscuits, and a biscuit mixer. All right, so we have Lee BMG all the way straight from England right now.
Right up the road.
Right up the road. But we've been, Aaron's met Lee in person. We've met through just being on Lee's show and stuff like that, talking to him online and stuff. And let's have you tell us a little bit about who you are and like what you're doing over there in England for the beard community.
Certainly. Well, first and foremost, I'm the head of iBeard Club that's based here in Rugby. We are a family of 9,500 people now. 3,000, in fact, are in the States, our stateside. And so we have brothers and sisters from 100 countries worldwide. We have it's a very family kind of atmosphere. We like to keep it handsome, as we like to say. It's very much based on respect and honesty, and we have our core values on brotherhood and honour and humility and so on. Something that we really, we care about very, very deeply. And we have a hashtag of we are a 360-degree brotherhood. So we like to think that we take care of everybody. We're an open forum on the club. If people feel that they need to air some feelings about, they're feeling low. Obviously, there's a massive thing on mental health at the moment, and of course, everything that we do as a club, we do for mental health charities, namely the Lions Barber Collective. Of course, the British Beard and Moustache Championships that is here in Rugby on the 22nd of August, which is still, as far as we are aware, going, everything, hoping, fingers crossed, legs crossed, everything crossed, that hopefully by, I would say, maybe by end of June, we would have a better idea of what is actually going on. But it is, as far as we're concerned, it is still going ahead. And everything that we do with the British on August the 22nd is obviously for mental health, men's mental health, suicide awareness with the for the Lions Barber Collective, which is an amazing organisation. And so, yeah, I mean, like, as far as a family, a bearding community is concerned, we spend a lot of time and we put a lot of effort into making it as an all-encompassing and as friendly and as positive environment as we possibly can, because it's great being bearded, and we love to get the message out that it's great being bearded. Let's face it, the bearding community does a massive amount for charities, all over, don't they? In the States, in all of the marketplaces, all of the countries that have a bearding fee, it's all done for charity, and we're no different. And it means a lot to me. It means a lot to all of us, the management team of iBeard Club, and as do all of our members. And all facial hair is valid. We like to encourage new people in and that just starting off on their journeys. And yes, we've got world champions, and yes, we've got some very, very known people within our community, and it's wonderful. And we just get together. We're a big family, and that's how there's a lot of love. Love wins, as we always say.
That's right. I saw that Dan Silky Brown got into the iBeard Club book. Can you tell us a little bit about that book?
Yeah, the I Honours Book of Beards. Yes. So the iBeard Club Honours Book of Beards, it is basically a virtual book where we have, at the moment, I think it's about 45 entries of people who excel it's not just about the beard. No, it's not just about that. It's the person behind the beard. And indeed, we do have, we've got some ladies in there, some influential ladies within the bearding community. We have got, a couple of posthumous ones in there that are always very sad, somebody that we've honoured. But basically, the Honours Book of Beards, it's just that little thing that from us as a club, as a collective, it's just that extra recognition for that there's somebody that's actually got something that they're good at what they do, and and it could be the way that they are socially on social media, it could be charity work, it could be purely the fact that the way that they conduct themselves on the club, it could be all sorts of things. So yeah, it's just when they've excelled, it's not just about the beard, it's the person as well.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a lot of guys out there that are doing a lot for the community. Like over in the United States, we have so many clubs that just are, just trying to help small little things out in their community. And like with you guys helping out with the mental, I mean, that right now is probably one of the biggest things that, people are really probably going to be reaching out for in the next weeks, months, because of everything that's been going on. So, I mean, that's super awesome that you guys aligned yourself with them, and it's the Lions Barber Collective, and there's a lot of charities that we also work for in the United States to help with mental health and stuff like that. But I mean, to me, that's like right now, that is like probably the most important one, or if not one of the most important ones that you guys work with. Now, how did you guys end up getting hooked up with that whole thing?
You broke up then. How did we get involved with the Lions Barbers?
Yeah.
First and foremost, the main barbers for me in rugby is Mr. Robinson's. They are world famous, phenomenal barbers, and they actually started telling me about this organisation, the Lions Barber Collective, and then we did start to see them actually at a few competition, where they had a pop up. And, and there'd be a couple of guys there. There was a guy called Graham, very, very nice gent, who explained to us what the Lions Barber Collective was about. And it really is, it's a very good format. It's a very good idea and model. The fact that obviously people go to a barber, they sit in the barber's chair, they'll be there for half an hour or 3/4 of an hour, and they'll talk, they'll just talk. And the barbers themselves, I mean, my barber, I've been seeing my own personal barber now for 6 years. And I have a chat with him. I mean, he's a young fella. He's young enough to be my son. But I do have a chat with him and do open up. You do open up. And there are some people that they would open up to their barber more than they would open up to somebody else, because they don't really speak to anybody. And so this is how it kind of come about. And the Lions Barber, I mean, Tom Chapman, who's the head of Lions Barbers, he's very influential. He's met with some amazing people. He's met with members of the royal family. He's met with various sporting fraternities, so on, that all love the model of what they do and what they are promoting, with being about mental health awareness, suicide awareness, getting people talking. And, all the time that, as you're right, all the time that we've got this situation where people can't go out and everything like this, mental health is going to be something that is very, very important. And certainly from a club point of view, from our point of view, on iBeard Club, I mean, obviously, we want people to talk. I mean, like, me and the other managers on the club, we'll lark about, we'll do silly stuff just to have a laugh, just to make things a bit light and airy, and try to make light of a very awful situation for some people that can feel very lonely. And we just want them to know that they're not on their own. It might be on the other side of a screen, but they're not on their own.
So Jay Lewis posts in here to sum up iBeard Club, one named Darren Jones. Who's Darren Jones? What's the story about that?
Sorry, say that again.
Jay Lewis writes here, he says, to sum up iBeard Club, one named Darren Jones.
Right.
Tell us the story about him.
Yeah. Darren was a very popular and well-loved member of iBeard Club. He'd been on the club for a good 2 or 3 years. I'd met with him on a number of occasions. He'd been to a number of competitions, run by iBeard Club and various get-togethers that we had, and so on. And very sadly, last September, he decided to take his life, and it hit us like a baseball bat between the eyes. It was one of our own, and certainly, I think we got through it as a family. We got together. There's an inordinate amount of money raised within, I think, 3 or 4 weeks to pay not only for his funeral, but to give to the Lions Barber Collective as well. And it really touched so many people's hearts, and because it was one of our own. He was somebody that we all thought a lot of, and I think that it highlighted to me, probably more than anything, the fact that sometimes you don't know what really goes on in people's heads. Because he did a post. It was a YouTube post where he was talking about his plans for the British Championships 2020. Mm-hmm. And talking about his beard styling and his tash and everything like this. And if you'd never met him, and if I showed you that video and I said to you, guys, tell me about this guy, tell me about what happened to this guy, you would never in a million years say that he took his own life. That's the hard thing. And this is what, coming back to the Lions Barbers, this is what they are about. This is what they try to do. And Darren will always be close in our hearts. He's in the iBeard Club Honours Book of Beards, obviously, and he's a much loved, very, very sadly missed brother, and I'm sure that he will be given a shout, obviously, when we're at the British on the 22nd of August.
Well, let's kind of turn this around a little bit. Let's get to a little bit more of a sunshiny area. Now, every Friday afternoon, well, in the United States, we get graced with your presence at 3 p.m. our time, 8 o'clock your time, with the TBIF show on your page. Now, you're on there playing music, bouncing around, and having a good time. And tell us a little bit about how you started that and why you do that.
TBIF, thank beer it's Friday. Yes, it's something that normally I do it sort of every 2 weeks, and I'll have a week off. Since obviously we've got all of this and we're all at home, I've been doing it every week because people love it. It's a great bit of fun. For an hour, we drink beer. And, we play some tunes. We play non-copyrighted tunes, and we laugh. We're a family. It's almost like we're in a virtual pub. Do you know what I mean? You're just with your mates. You're having a beer. You're playing some tunes. You're larking about and everything like this. And this is all it's about. A couple of announcements. I announce. On a Monday we do Mustache Monday. On a Monday we do Mustache Monday. So and I announce it by means of doing a couple of impressions
Hey, Rocky.
Hang on.
He's got to put the hat on.
Hang on.
Oh, yeah, you can't do it without the hat on.
Bear with me a second. I think I've still got the hat around. Hang on.
This
I
is
won't do all of it, but I'll give you a little. This is what Scott loves.
This is like the best thing.
Yeah, it's the best part of your show.
You know, which is the Rocky hat. I then do this, and I'm like, yo, Adrian, yo, Mickey, yo, Mickey. So that's basically what it's all about. Yeah, and I.
We froze up for a second there, but yeah, that's like my favorite. I love that. That makes me laugh every time.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Yo, Adrian. You do a good Mickey too.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll tell you what, I am actually thinking about maybe getting in touch with Sylvester Stallone, and, you know, bearing in mind that obviously with all the beer that's being drunk over this COVID-19 thing, I want to sort of write a film but call it Expandables.
What's that idea?
Do you know what I mean?
We lost you for a second.
Sorry? I said I wanted to get old Sylvester Stallone and see if we could, because of this COVID thing, we could remake the movie, and we'll call it, because of all the beer that's being drunk, we could call it the Expandables.
Because we're all getting fat.
Yeah.
Aaron's face is fat.
Your face is fat.
Your face is the fattest of all fat faces.
It is. You've pretty much nailed that one right on the head.
Haha. Woohoo!
So, Lee, do you have anything else you'd like to add and talk about? Anything real quick?
Well, I think that, as I say, I mean, obviously it's wonderful what you guys do. You know, Beer Club, we love what you guys do.
Well,
you know,
we appreciate it.
It's phenomenal what you guys do for the bearding community, and so thank you to you from Beard Club. It's it really is great, and hopefully, obviously, with everything, and hopefully yourself, Aaron, and Natalie will be coming. Will you be coming, Scott, to the British?
That's the plan so far, but we shall see how all the cards unfold with that.
Yep.
I would love to. I want to. Right. I mean,
okay. Well, it'll be great to see.
If not this year, I promise in the future I will be there for a world championship.
Right. Bristol, England, 2023.
Yeah, 2023. Yeah, the Wessex Beardsman in Bristol. So look forward to that.
Never heard of them.
Absolutely.
Yeah, never heard of Wessex. Mm-mm.
Yeah. It's breaking up on me, guys.
All right, Lee. Well, thank you for stopping by. I guess we should have just done this at your house, you know, since we're in England and all. So, thanks for stopping by, and you know, we'll try to do this again sometime.
Absolutely, I look forward to it. Thank you for having me on, guys. Much love. Keep safe, won't you? Eh?
Yes,
you
sir. Too.
Okay, bye.
Right, see you soon.
Goodbye.
We did it.
He did it.
He did it.
Yes, not we. He did it.
Yeah. He did it all by himself.
He's good. He's good. He's a good egg.
He's a good egg. We didn't even get into the egg conversation. So, we'll try to do that again some other time. So, okay. Well, there we go. That was Lee BMG from Beard Club and England fame.
Yes.
So
he's so famous over there. Apparently, he's like almost as famous as the Queen.
Yeah, pretty much is what I hear. He's more famous than the Queen. That's what I hear. I don't know. So Lee did it.
We hope you enjoyed this week's episode of the Talking Beards podcast. You can find out more information by going to talkingbeards.com. There you can subscribe to the podcast, make a donation to our show, or pick up some really cool Talking Beards merchandise. We hope to see you in the chat room. You can find us over at facebook.com/talkingbeards if you want to participate in our chat. Thank you again for checking the show out, and we hope you have a great week. Make sure you come back next week at 8 p.m. on Tuesday evening to watch the show live. Until next time, thanks.